The SAT math section has 44 questions, but almost 30 of them come from just a handful of topics. Yet LTN chuds still study like every topic matters equally. But here I am. I'm gonna save you and get us all out of the hood, and you'll be thanking me while we're riding our yachts and eating Dubai chocolate covered strawberries. Now, when I first took the SAT, I studied the wrong way at first. I got so annoyed that I spent months building an SAT app for myself.
Please, please, please. Yes, yes, AI, yes, yes.
And now I only shoot 1500s. So today, I'm gonna tell you about every single SAT math subject and rank them by which ones you should study most, what to grind, what to skim, and what not to carry about at all. I'm not gonna bore you to death. If you can survive TikTok slop, then you can also survive this video. First, how the test actually works. I wanna make this a quick 60 seconds because it only matters a little. The SAT math has 2 modules, 22 questions each, 35 minutes each. That gives you 1:30 per question. The test is adaptive. Do well in module 1 and module 2 gets harder. It sounds bad, but having hard questions on module 2 just means you're doing good. If your module 2 questions are easy, your score is capped. It's low-key rigged, but you can't file a complaint. I already tried. Calculators are allowed on everything. More specifically, the Desmos calculator. This changes the entire strategy, and the hardest questions can be solved in 30 seconds if you learn this right. More on that later. There are 4 categories. Algebra, 35%. Advanced math, also 35%. Problem solving and data analysis, 15%. Geometry and trig, also 15%. Wait. Remember this. Algebra and advanced math are 70% of your score. Remember that number, because it's about to explain this entire list. Okay, tier list time. S tier. If you skip these, you deserve your score. Linear equations and systems. This is the most tested thing on the SAT. Solving for x, interpreting slope, parallel lines, word problems about phone plans from a company that apparently still charges per text. Here's the thing though, the SAT doesn't really test whether you can solve these or not. It tests if you know how to put these questions into that little Desmos calculator of yours. And it sometimes tests if you understand what's going on. When they say, what does 4 represent in this equation, Desmos can't save you there. That's all on you. Here's a quick example of me plugging in a system of equations into Desmos, and once I type it in there, as you can see, it appears, and you just click where they intersect. That question took 4 seconds. If you're still solving systems by hand with substitution, why? Quadratics and parabolas, vertex, intercepts, discriminant, how many solutions questions, these are everywhere. And they're also the topic with the most Desmos shortcuts. You can literally click on a little arc and it tells you the answer. Quick note, College Board knows everybody uses Desmos now, so they're starting to write questions where graphing alone won't finish the job. This can be asking about a constant or an equation about the equation. You still need some general concepts. Desmos is a nuclear bomb, but the nuclear bomb unfortunately isn't paired with my goat, ChatGPT. A tier, high value, slightly less common. Exponential functions and percent change, growth, decay, compound interest. Here's the classic trap. Increases by 4% each year means multiply by 1.04, not add 4. Every single year, thousands of students donate free points to College Board over this one little mistake. Word problems. Not technically its own topic, but College Board's favorite move is taking 6th grade math, wrapping it in a whole paragraph about someone named Don Quavius buying 47 pounds of fruit. This math is easy, the reading is the test. They're praying you skim the sentence and pick the wrong variable. Do not let them win. Read it twice, it costs you 10 seconds and saves you the answer. Nonlinear systems, a line and a parabola walk into a bar. Yeah, I don't really know what to say. Paste both into Desmos and count the dots. That's it, the whole topic. Some of these are labeled as hard questions, by the way. It's free money, bro. B tier, learn the formula, take the points, and leave. Percentages, ratios, rates, unit conversions. This is most of the problem solving and data analysis section. 0 tricks, 0 shortcuts needed, just don't be careless. These questions are so easy on the SAT. Mean and median. Okay, this one's funny. You can literally type median into Desmos with your numbers and it just tells you. But College Board already knows this. So the mean and median questions that actually show up are conceptual ones, like what happens to the median if we trash the outlier. You can't just type whatever you want to the calculator, unfortunately. Circles, one formula, x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. Center and radius, done. That's 80% of the circle questions on the test. C tier, only study these if you're going for a 700 plus. Trig, everyone's scared of trig for no reason. SAT trig is SOHCAHTOA and knowing that sine of x equals cosine of 90 minus x. That's the whole fight. Just one jump scare with no monster. Random one-off geometry. Similar triangles, volume of a cone, and that type of stuff. There will be 2 types of these equations on the whole test. 2, if you're sitting at 550 grinding cone formulas, this is an intervention. Close the tab and go back to S tier. That stuff matters most. F tier, stuff MF study that are not on the test. Polynomial long division by hand. Desmos exists. This is a skill issue you don't need. Memorizing 30 formulas, you need like 6. Matrices are not on the test. Logs are also not on the test. The unit circle. Okay, at this point you might be thinking, alright, cool tier list, but how do I know which one of these topics is personally ruining my score? That's a great question. And to answer it, I'm going to speedrun as many real SAT problems as I can in 60 seconds while I tell you about the app I built. Quick background, I studied for the SAT, found out tutoring costs more than a used Honda Civic, went through all the stages of grief, and then just built the tutor myself. It's called Aceit. The whole point is to make the tier list personal. It finds your weak subtopics, like nonlinear equations at 21% accuracy, and then it feeds you exactly those questions instead of wasting your time on stuff you already know. It has over 2,000 questions, Desmos explanations for every single math question, an AI tutor that actually explains things instead of just handing you answers, and a full test simulator with the real timing and the real Desmos. So test day feels like a random Tuesday. On the mobile version, there's also a leaderboard so you can race against your friends. It's free to try. Head to aceitapp.com or just search up Aceit on the App Store. It's also going to be in the description. In a span of 1 minute, that was 9 problems, and Desmos took care of at least 6 of them. Anyways, 3 rules that matter more than any topic. Rule 1, never leave a blank. There's no guessing penalty. A blank is a 0% chance. A guess is a 25% chance. Guessing isn't giving up, it's math. You're literally using the skills the test is testing. Rule 2, don't speedrun the easy questions. The first 15 questions of each module are the easy ones, and every question is worth the same. A careless mistake on question 3 costs exactly as much as bombing question 22, except one of those was 100% preventable, and you're going to think about it in the shower for weeks. Rule 3, review your wrong answers like a hater. Getting a question wrong and just reading the explanations does nothing. You need to know why you specifically got it wrong. Misread it, concept gap, fat finger desmos, those are 3 different diseases with 3 different cures. This is genuinely where all score improvements live, and it's a step everyone skips because it feels bad. Aceit also has a mistake log, so you can sort all the questions you got wrong and go back to them later. So to recap, linear equations and quadratics are your entire personality now. Exponentials and word problems right behind. Learn 1 circle formula, stop grinding cones, and let Desmos do all the manual labor. That's what it's there for. If this helped, subscribe. I'm going to continue making videos like this, and I'll be posting a new video soon. You might as well learn this from a fellow student instead of a 45-year-old tutor charging your parents rent money. Aceit's linked below, and because you got this far in the video, here's a 1-week free code you can use in settings without having to use your mom's credit card. Also, we have a Discord now. Free resources, score reveals, and me personally answering all questions. Links down there too. Now go and lock in. Chances are, for you, the test is coming up soon. So I better see a 1600.